What is poppin' peeps? It's your boy Jed. Welcome to What If Cartoon Characters Had Quirks Part 3 alongside my guest, my hero, my life. If you haven't heard of him, his channel link will be down in the description below. He is one of the kings of My Hero Academia what ifs. One of his most popular what ifs is what if Deku had the Venom symbiote. You already know there's going to be some heat on this channel, so make sure you go check it out. And there's already some heat in this playlist. If you haven't seen the first two parts of this series, what are you doing? Go check them out right now. Then come back to this video. Watch this video all the way through. Then after that, go subscribe to my boy, My Hero, My Life. And then subscribe to me. Subscribe to both of us. What are you doing? Well, if you haven't subscribed to both of us, what are you doing? But if you guys want a part 4 of this video, we're going to raise a like goal up. It was 10 at first, and then you guys kept smashing those. So we're going to raise it up to 20 likes. If you guys want a part 4 of this video, make sure you United States of a smash that like button, and that part 4 will be out within a week of this one going up. I'm just letting y'all know this video is the left side of Todoroki, straight fire. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Let's get it.
But yeah, I'm gonna start off with a classic, Kim Possible. I don't know if you guys have seen the show, but this is a very, very fun show. So my quirk for Kim Possible is gonna be called, I don't even have a name for it, but I'm just gonna call it Possible Chances. I could probably come up with a better name for it. But her quirk, whatever situation she's in, if it going her way, increases. So what her last name says, like anything's possible. That's where her quirk is. She can make anything possible, but as long as there's like a chance of it actually being possible, it'll go in her favor. So say she was fighting a villain. Her chances, if she has like a 51% chance of defeating that villain, then it's definitely gonna go her way. But say if she was fighting a villain that she had like a 36% chance of beating, it'll probably raise up to a 50. So her chances in situations rises up.
Oh, cool. Dude, that's really, really cool. I like that. So I actually came up with something a little bit different. I don't know if this is, I actually really like yours. I think I like yours better than mine. But what I came up with was what I call threat detect. And so Kim Possible, is your average teenager, but she has this quirk that lets her sense danger. It's similar to Spider Sense, except it's not like as instant as Spider Sense. It's more of like just this intuition. She just gets these moments when she's able to know that something's wrong. And I would even say it doesn't even have to be like right around her or something like danger's about to happen. Just something in the vicinity, like, hey, someone's about to rob a bank 3 blocks down. She can just kind of know something's up. So she may not know exactly what it is, but she just knows that someone is up to something. And then with her friends, because I think correct me if I'm wrong, there's several different people in that show, right?
Yes,
There's
sir.
like a naked mole rat, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so I imagine with her friends and this naked mole rat, they will be able to work together to figure it out and save the day. So I called this threat detect, but I actually think yours was much cooler. I think it just really fit better. I don't know.
Oh no, I was thinking like possible, and then I was like, might as well just do somewhere like where she's able to raise her chances. But I like yours just because not all quirks are like battle centric, but like there's some OP quirks. So say like with Shinzo's brainwashing, yeah, it's not like big blast and stuff, but it's still
Right.
like very powerful quirk. So that being able
Yeah.
to know when there's danger is pretty OP because she could be she could always hang around a group of heroes, and instead of like they'll never be caught off guard because they'll always like she like, hey, there's danger, and then they'll always be on guard. So, but I'll say yeah, she's probably one of those heroes that works better in teams. So that's what I like about that quirk, just because one of the big draws of my heroes, like not everyone can do it on their own. So she's one of
Right.
those supporting people that you'd want in your pocket.
Right. Yeah. Again, I still like yours better than mine. I think the problem is it It feels too much like Spider-Man. But I do like you made a good point that hey, that she needs to rely on her friends, that there's teamwork involved, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's kind of what the whole show was about, them working together. I mean, of course she was the lead, of course she kicked butt, but without her pals, I don't know if she could have gotten the job done.
All right, so the next character we got is Finn the Human. Now, I kind of struggled with this one,
Good.
but
I
you
did
did
too.
too.
I did too. I mean, uh, you and I have talked about this before. A lot of these shows are more your age. I'm a little bit older, so I've missed some of these. And so I don't always know the context of these shows as much. So to me, it was actually really challenging. So I'm really interested to hear what you came up with. Mine's a little outside the box because I just had no better idea, but I really want to hear what you came up with because you understand the context of the show. You understand the context of this character.
Yeah. So in Adventure Time, Finn's just like a regular person, but he always has a sword with him. It's called Bone Sword. He's able to protrude a part of his bones from his hand, and then from that, it kind of makes a hilt, and then he can make whatever kind of sword he wants. Because in the show, throughout the series, he gets different types of swords, and so I was thinking, what if he just had a quirk where he can come up with any different kind of sword? So say,
Yeah.
one of his most famous swords, he had a grass sword, which can like turn into a fan. You know, he can have that, and then if he needs like a sword that has to cut through something, he can make a hot sword, like a fire sword. He just has access to a whole bunch of different swords.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say for it. What do you got?
Well, so sorry, actually, that leads me with a question. So your first one, you talked about a bone sword, right? Does he
Yeah.
do anything like that in the show, or that was just a cool, unique idea you had?
Um, no, he doesn't necessarily protrude bones from himself, but like I said with the grass blade, this grass blade was actually attached to him all the time, and I'll probably put like a
Mm,
GIF on it, but he was able to control it cyclically. So imagine it being wrapped up like tape around his hand, and then it'll like unwrap and become the sword. And he was able to do this like on the fly. He was like, bam, he was able to
ah,
see. So he always had his sword with him.
mm. Yeah, okay,
So
cool. Cool. Well, I really focused more on his look because, again, I don't really know the context of the show. I think I've maybe seen pieces of a few episodes, but it just looks crazy to me. But I'm just getting old. Anyways, so I kind of see Finn. He looks like this goofy kids cartoon, and so his quirk it makes him kind of look like that, right? He looks like what we've already seen, but it also gives him the 2D nature of a cartoon. So Finn is able to do a lot of crazy things. He can stretch his limbs, he can blow up, he can get flattened, like thin as paper, and much, much more, and be perfectly fine. Why? Because he's a cartoon, and that's actually what I wanted to call his quirk, cartoon. And so he has almost like, what if someone had all the abilities of those old cartoons? We're going to touch on this guy in a minute, Bugs Bunny and stuff like that. I grew up watching a little bit of like, what is that? The Roadrunner and the Coyote.
oh
And
yeah.
like, they'd throw bombs and they'd blow up, but no one died. They always survived. And that's what I see with him is like, he can do all these weird, goofy things and still survive. Why? Because he has this quirk called cartoon. I don't know if that really fits him. I'm just basing it off of that. He looks goofy. He looks weird. He looks like a cartoon. So I don't know.
Oh no, I like that. It's definitely a left fielder, and it's kind of funny that you gave him that quirk because this is actually a good transition to Bugs Bunny. So my
Right.
quirk for Bugs Bunny, well, I'll just basically steal yours. Cartoon where he's a he's just wacky. Like he's able to make real life a cartoon. Now
Mm.
he has to at first. We're gonna kind of base it out. So he has to take 5 seconds to spread an aura around him. And this aura, the more land it covers, the more he's able to kind of manipulate it. So he's kind of like
Mm.
like one of those, like an Alien X, where he's able to dimension warp. I don't know. I'm probably thinking the wrong thing, but basically any area that his aura touches, he's able to control like a cartoon, and
Okay.
you're able to tell when you're in his aura because you kind of become a little bit brighter. Like everything seems a little bit animated, and everything that he's basically shown in the show, like you could point a gun at Bugs, and then since you're in his aura, he's able to like bend the gun back at you, and then it'll fire back in your face. So
Wow, that's cool.
he's able to make an aura around him. I'm sorry, I kind of stole yours, but you kind of
No,
made a good
no.
transition for it.
And honestly, that quirk fit better with Bugs Bunny than anything. But I like your take on it. So what I came up with, I called it Sup Doc, because he's always like eating a carrot. And like, Sup Doc. So Bugs Bunny, he's this rabbit that has this quirk that allows him to walk and talk like a human. But of course, that's not all. He's able to control exploding carrots with his mind. So I think of yeah, so he controls it like Yondu, except for he controls it with his mind. So he's not whistling. So like he'll have a carrot in the hand, and then all of a sudden he'll start floating and chasing people, and he is completely controlling it with his mind. And once it hits someone, it just explodes.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
So I don't know. That's what I came up with.
I like yours a little bit more just because how wacky it is. But I want to add something onto it.
Okay.
How about he's able to change the projection of the carrot by saying, "What's up, Doc?" And then when it explodes, it says, "What's up, Doc?"
Well, I see it already. Like if it was like in a manga, it would have like a big blast, and then on it, like written over, it'd be "What's up, Doc?" So yeah, I think that fits really cool. The last one that we want to talk about was Beast. Now, not Beast from X-Men, but Beast from Beauty and the Beast. I came up with a quirk that I call Rosé, which is kind of really based off of the name-wise is based off of Super Saiyan Rosé from Dragon Ball Super, but that's just because I couldn't think of anything else to call it. But so Beast, he was born looking like a monster. In this concept, like I know in the movie he wasn't, but in this idea, I kind of envision him. He was born looking like a monster, and so with that, he looks beastly. He has brute strength, but he also has these roses that he keeps tucked away inside his clothes, so you don't typically see these. But then he can take one of those roses out. He takes a petal off, and it immediately turns into this red blade, right? This red razor blade, and he can chuck them at you, or he can throw the whole rose at you, and of course, every single petal is a razor blade. So it's just extremely dangerous, and that's what these roses become. They're almost like these razor blade knives, essentially, when he chucks them at you. That's my thought.
All right. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I had no idea.
Nothing, huh?
I had nothing, but I'm one of those guys that likes adding on things. So I'll say this is a mutant type quirk.
Okay.
Or transformation, but mutant. He's born like beastly, so kind of fits into like he's already a beast. Right. And we're gonna make this to where his roses are more effective against people that when he's more hostile towards someone, because in the show he's really hostile to Belle at first. So the more hostile or more hostility he feels towards someone, the more effective his roses are against. Which this will make him extremely terrible during the UA Sports Festival if he ever goes to school for it. But the more hostility he feels towards someone, the more effective his roses are, and that's all I really got to say. Yeah. And also this quirk gives him more suave with the ladies. That's all I gotta say.
Ladies, I got a rose.
Don't touch it. It's sharp.
That's
I thought
funny.
it had thorns on it. No, it's just sharp.
So that's cool, man. Well, I think that we came up with a pretty good list this time.
Yeah, I really like it. I really like this list, and the series is pretty fun. So
yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
All right. So if you guys enjoyed that, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share. Make sure you go check out My Hero, My Life. If this video can get up to, I'm gonna raise the like goal. What's 10? I'm gonna make it to 15. If we can get this to 15 likes.
Whoa! I think they can do more than that. I think we can do 20 or 25. Like let's put the bar high here. I think they can do it.
All right, guys. 20 likes. So I'm gonna start off at 20.
All right.
20 likes, and Part 4 will be out within a week of this one going up. So I'm going to upload this Friday. Make sure you guys go ahead and click that like button, and then right after you click that like button, subscribe, and then right after that, go down in the description down below, and then click the link that has My Hero My Life right above it. Go to his
Yeah.
channel, subscribe, and then tell him how much of a beast he is.
Oh man, dude, you're crazy.
Yeah, thank you for joining me on this video. You got
Yeah,
anything
certainly.
else to say?
No. Thanks again, man. It's always a pleasure. These videos have been not just unique but fun.
Without further ado, I'll see you guys later. Deuces.